Welcome back to DaddeeCraft. I'm in the storage system here because we have a broken slot in our storage system, but I'm not going to let that ruin our Halloween spirit. We're going to slap down a pumpkin here. We're going to grab our shears and go ahead and make ourselves a jack-o'-lantern. Well, that's part of a jack-o'-lantern, right? We need to go ahead. First, we need to add a torch to it to make that a jack-o'-lantern. There we go. Now we are in the Halloween spirit. So come along with me on the Lost Portal server for another episode of DaddeeCraft. There are 3 things that we're doing for every episode, of course: infrastructure, interiors, and redstone. We have rules. The first rule is no new building. The second rule is we're going to cycle our gear. So if I max out a item on my gear, we're going to go ahead and retire that, put that in the backup gear, and start a new enchantment process. So let's figure out where we're going to go. I know the first thing that I wanted to do was go over to New Eskeltown and fix that mistake that we had made. Not mistake, but rather just I wanted to correct the awning like I talked about in the last episode. We're going to take a nice walk over to the horse stable and grab ourselves a horse because I'm not using an Electra. I'm trying to save those up. I don't want to lose one by mistake. So we're going to head over there right now. Admire the Christmas tree made out of sea lanterns. Houdini, the escaped sheep that we're just letting wander. Good to see you too, Houdini. So I've been thinking a lot about what we're going to do in terms of finishing up season 1 here and how long it's going to take. And I think it might be a while because I was hanging out in Dragon City, which is the city we built on top of the end portal where you go to fight the dragon, thus the name Dragon City. And I was looking at the castle that is incomplete, and it's supposed to be a rundown, worn-down castle, but a rundown, worn-down castle is still a castle, and right now it's more of an outpost. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that, how to fix it, but even if we just make it a giant outpost, right, it's going to take a while to fix that, finish that project. We also have a tower at spawn, which also is incomplete. Here we are. See this right here? Let's get rid of this awning here. Because you wouldn't have a double awning, right? There's no reason to keep the rain from dropping on a place where the rain is already being stopped. And then I think it was this one right here, not that one, this one. Okay, is that right? I think that's right. See how you have that slope from down to up, from left to right? The diagonal slope. Oh, where did my horse go? Where? That's an important horse. That's one of the fast ones that can jump. Oh, there she is. Okay, we got our horse back. Let's put her away. And I guess it's time to... We don't have jump boost here. I guess it's time to go to sleep for the night. We'll use our fancy new door in our now completed New Eskeltown cottage. And then, since we're in New Eskeltown, let's take a look at the map and figure out where we want to go next. And then we've got New Eskeltown. We're right here. The only other build I have in New Eskeltown that I haven't finished is just northeast of it, right up here. It's the bee cottage. I had to build a cottage away from everything else because Dash was afraid of bees for a while. I put one in her treehouse, a bee's nest, and she accidentally hit a bee because they were swarming around everywhere. And it terrified her of bees. So we're going to go ahead and go over there where I built the bee cottage. And it's not an automated farm, and the rule says no new automated farms. So I'm just going to work on the doors there and maybe the interior, and then we can have that be our redstone for the doors. Our interior being the inside, obviously. And then we can work on the path as the infrastructure. Now, pathing is more than just making a path there. What we need to do is we need to create light sources all throughout New Eskeltown. So we're biting off, it sounds like we're going to have an easy episode, but we are biting off a bit of a project in terms of lighting, but we don't have to make it hard. Sometimes a lamp on top of a fence post is all that really takes to make it look nice. I just don't like to litter torches around everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and clean this pathing out. You can see I already put the steps in a while back, but we need the pathing to head to the house. And then we'll be able to work on the house itself. And I really do wish I had made it an automated bee farm, only because we need to keep some of the bees from disappearing. But what I'm going to do, I think, to alleviate, what I'm going to do to not break our new building rule is to grab a couple of bees on a couple of leads and just tie them off inside the house. That way we'll always have two to breed with, just like the dogs over in New Wescaltown and New Wescaltown Cottage. Okay, we are finishing up the path here, at least the pathing portion of it. I did want to show that off and share with you. We still have things to do, like light up all the pathing and also secure the area from mobs at night in general. Get rid of that for now. And we'll celebrate by breeding a couple of bees. Oh God, is that a door-to-door salesman? One of the things about this gear challenge that I have is that sometimes I end up with no gear with silk touch on it, which is a drag when you're dealing with something like bookshelves or glass, obviously. So we're going to go ahead. I tried to get it on my shovel here, but I need 11 XP and I only have 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on our axe instead. And that way we'll, at least in case, I don't actually anticipate needing it, but we'll have it in case we do. Okay, let's get off to the bee cottage. I was on my way to the bee cottage and I noticed a trapped green Houdini sheep. I guess Houdini's already taken by the yellow one. So who is this? Is this Penn or Teller? I don't know too many magicians, so we're going to have to pick one of those two. Okay, we are getting in the first pistons for the first doors. The only thing is I haven't dug out a space for the machinery. And T flip-flops do take quite a bit of space. Not only that, but you have to kind of work out where you're going to put in the switches and make sure everything leads. So what I'm going to do is dig down here. We're going to need space up top too. Sorry, that siren threw me off. We're going to need space up top and space down below for the redstone, but then we're going to need to put the T flip-flop somewhere. I'm going to dig down and create a basement here. Try to get the outline of the house underneath here. And then after I create the basement, we'll have some room for the T flip-flop. So I will be back once I'm done with this job. Oh, I wasn't recording and I came back after getting some supplies. Oh, insult to injury. Okay, just got to get our supplies back. Hope they don't despawn before we get there. I don't think I was wearing any armor. I think that was the problem. Gonna have to invest in some armor in the future. Where did our other horse go? Oh no, we're gonna have to find that too. Here's our stuff. Well, I found the horse. Now we get to go fill a hole in and rebuild. I did not realize I had never put any armor on. I didn't even have any in my inventory. So let's go fix that and then we'll go do some building. Well, I managed to get a few blocks together without getting blown up, so let me show you that. The only problem is I'm having trouble getting the redstone down vertically. I've tried a few things and nothing is working out. Of course, there are no separate tutorials for Bedrock and Java, so I'm guessing it's all the same for this. But still, I'm having a hard time. I guess I'm still a beginner at this stuff in some ways, even though I've built some fancy contraptions. I've got the T flip-flop right here, and we got the exit going out to the bottom of the doors, just so I can see if I'm actually getting power to it. And I can power it by getting a button in, but I just can't get anything down from up on the first floor. So yeah, this is my basement, by the way. I'm so focused on the redstone. I did a very pretty basement. I did some detailing work, which is silly because nobody's ever going to come down here. but it's just tough and mossy cobblestone mixed together. And they kind of go well together there. I kind of just experimenting while I was here. Might as well make it look good if it doesn't work, right? We are back here with the new texture pack. This is DaddeeCraft Vanilla. I mistakenly called pure DaddeeCraft Vanilla once. They do look different. This is DaddeeCraft Vanilla. It is our texture pack for the year. We tried to get a different one, but it wasn't letting us download it, so we just gave up on that and got this one. So this was our second choice, but I think it was called Reblock, and that wasn't downloading at all, sadly. We changed back and forth between a comic texture pack and a realistic texture pack about once a year, but we've been getting lazy about it, and then sometimes I will change back and forth between them just to make sure a build looks good in both. Or I'll go back to vanilla just to make sure the build looks good in vanilla. So I just wanted to show the texture pack off. I was working on sending slime blocks with a sticky piston down with a redstone block to trigger this on and off. I was just worried that it would send an extra signal when it gets pulled back, right? So let's move this redstone and see if it triggers once or twice when we put it down and then take it away. And we'll see if I can just send a something simple down. Okay, it triggered. We'll take it back. I didn't hear another trigger. Let's go make sure that the door is still closed on the bottom. Yep, looks closed. Okay, I think we have a solution. I'm gonna go get some slime blocks and a sticky piston, and we will set this up and see if we can get it going. So I was messing around with the slime blocks, but slime blocks will not move if they're pressed up against another block. So that didn't work. I've tried the redstone torch trick heading down, and that didn't work. Our stalker's getting chased around by a zombie there. You can see in the corner. He just went invisible. Oh, we got some nice serenading love music to go along with our new love story outside. Oh, there they go. So as I was saying, the redstone torch, it's too distracting. Let's go watch them in the bedroom. Go get him. Go get him. No, not me. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll be able to sleep soundly tonight. Off into the sunset they go. So as I was trying to say, I tried the redstone torch trick down. I didn't want to do an item dropping down into a hopper because I didn't want to have to prime those items because eventually they run out. I mean, I learned that from my fireworks, my automatic fireworks station, that eventually it runs out and just you have to refill the thing. So I was working around. I figured out how to get the redstone down using sticky pistons and redstone blocks, and that's over here in the corner. The slime blocks on the top, I just had those on hand and I was using them to place the pistons down. I can pull those out, but for now they're just going to stay. But yeah, that's the signal chain I use to get everything down. It's slightly noisy. I don't really care. It's an old cottage. If it's going to have an automatic door, it's going to be noisy. This place is trash down here. my redstone makes no sense. The circuitry makes no sense. I didn't use. I started off intending to use colored blocks, as you can see by the bit of purple block in here, to signal what was going where, and then I just ended up using whatever I had on me, because I ended up coming back and forth and doing this job over a couple of different sessions, gameplay sessions. I've been hanging out a lot at Dash's new place in 119 Land, Glimmer Grove. Oh, and we have a zombie on our tail, and our door's not working. Yikes. Okay, let's go around here. Maybe this one's open? No, that didn't even open at all. Okay, it looks like I've got to look into what I did wrong here. In the meantime, let's sneak over here, because I hear our stalker as well as the zombie. Oh, great. Now they've teamed up together. Who had this on their bingo card? So I made it upstairs, and I've been stripping logs by mistake, so we're just going to replace this here. And you can see I pulled the floor out, and I wanted to bring you through. This is where YouTubers usually cut away, and you don't see this part. But I wanted to bring you through the redstone, and we can figure out where we went wrong here and why the signal's not traveling all the way up. So we'll start down here, and we see we have a nice strong signal coming up here. And I've got to use the scaffolding. A little better than I have been. Let's get a block in here so I can just sneak across. Okay. Okay, and it comes up and it triggers the pistons to here, right? What's going wrong? Well, let's follow it all the way up. Okay, and it comes through here. We need to fill this hole in. We'll do that later. I don't have enough logs. Okay, and then we'll have to get up here. Okay, and it comes through. Oh, I see what's... The issue is right here. If I get rid of this, see? We're going to have to maybe go around. Okay, then we need to get it up. On the left side. So if I just put a couple of logs here, we can just follow the redstone through. It's not powerful enough. Goes through there. That's facing the wrong way. What if we do this? Knock that out. Get rid of that. Put it over here. Then we can put the redstone down, get a repeater here facing the right direction. Now we have a nice strong signal. That's traveling all the way up. Then we need to get this facing the right way. Maybe we put it there. Will that work? Is that going to be a problem? I don't think that's a problem. That sends that over there. And that should do it. So now if I hit the button, go to sleep first. if I hit the button, and I have it hidden back here right now. Okay, it works. Okay, we just need to pretty this place up now. And that's a bigger job than it sounds like. We have another test under pressure here. Same zombie. He's upgraded from a piece of rotten flesh to a bone. He's hit me a couple times with it. It hurts. Oh God, we didn't plan for this. Get him away with my cereal spoon? No. Okay. Well, you can see I did fix the doors. They didn't keep the zombie out, but we did get an interior started here. We've got a little bit of a kitchen here. Place to cut your food, cook your food, wash your stuff. I'm going to put an apple in there once I get one. Kind of kept it open because I wanted to keep the cottage feel. Not very much on the walls. Little study area desk here that kind of shoved in with a giant chair. And then some books up here. I didn't know what else to do. I think I want to hang some artwork. Maybe we can hang some artwork together. Just some chests in here and another crafting bench where you sleep here. I moved the beds over in the corner. A little bit of a view. Not great, not terrible. It's just a little cottage in the middle of nowhere where you farm your honey with your bees. A little bee farm, all manual. I guess we can hang some artwork and figure out what else to do to make this place a little more homely. Interior decorating in a small space is a little challenging. I don't know what to do. I mean, we've got the basics covered here. I could throw in, we've got some barrels. Maybe throw one in over the sink. Yeah, that looks good. Place to keep your dishes. I wanted to put an exhaust over the furnace, but I might not. That might be a little too overkill for what we're doing here. Maybe just a little bit of, maybe use the side of the barrels there. Can I get the second one up? Doesn't go in easy like that, does it? How does that look? Yeah, that looks better. Maybe fill the top in. Just a little bit of insulation. I don't want to put it everywhere, but maybe they'd line the wall a little bit. Just have a bit of a flat wall there. Maybe it should be darker, but I don't know. I kind of like the mix mash. We'll just put a carrot there for now. I'll come back and do that when I remember. Okay, what do we need to do now? Maybe hang a bit of art? I did bring these too. Maybe something along this wall. We're going to have to put blocks up to get this to line up right. Yeah, that's way too big. Maybe something centered? No, that needs to come up one. It's nice though. There we go. That works. Okay, and one more maybe in the bedroom? Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know what to do with this hallway here. Maybe something up there. I already did bookshelves. Maybe we just leave it alone for now. Oh, we forgot to put the water in the sink. We can do that. Got to put one on the top too. There we go. Well, that took ages. Now we have a nice little small piece of artwork here. That kind of fills out the room a little bit. Okay. Get rid of that button. And then we'll change this one over to birch just so we can see it a little better. You can hardly see that better, but just, I guess, a little better. And we don't have a button on the kitchen side, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to bother. There's no room over here. I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. And have one way to open and close the doors, one side. Okay, now we just need to light the place up. So I just took the time to record myself crafting a flower pot because I've never done that before. And I know you can get an achievement for it. And I did it, and it took so long for the achievement to ring. I thought I had already done it, gotten the achievement, forgotten about it. I turned the recording off, and then the achievement dinged. So I did get it, but I didn't get it on video. I figured we'd dress this place up a little more. I wasn't quite happy with the interior yet. I wanted a book and maybe a letter or something on the desk. I wanted a few flowers here. I figured we'd put one of each type here. Oh, that doesn't go in there. Oh, that's a shame you can't put that in there. Okay, well, let's just make 2 of these then. Don't break the window. Guess we'll just bring some bone meal. You know, knowing me, we're going to need more than 1 bone meal. Let's just bring the whole thing. Are you kidding me? You're back? Okay. Let's go this way. There we go. We got 2 right away. Excellent. Okay, close the door to keep the stalker out. Get our flowers in. There we go. That's a nice nice desk setup. I almost said dice setup. Would be an idea. Set up a table with a board game in it. I'm really proud of this corner. I really like it. How would you set up with just vanilla Minecraft stuff? How would you set up a board game on a table? What could be the dice? I did do a little bit more texturing inside. I kept this hallway very clean. I wanted to keep the hallway between the 2 rooms just completely empty. Maybe I'll come back and throw something in, like a little table. I do like to catch the sunsets. And I move some things around in the kitchen, put a countertop in, raise the cabinets, put a vent in over the furnace. Little touches. And that's about it. Now the only thing left is to... Oh, I wanted to show you I did the lighting too. I didn't go crazy. I'm not lighting... It's not mob-proof, completely like in Eskeltown, but I lit up the paths and I lit up the areas straight around the house, just so things wouldn't be spawning right on top of you, give you a minute to go to sleep without creating too many mobs in the area. I figured that hopefully will be good enough. I didn't want to fence the area off either. I thought it was a nice compromise. And hopefully we won't get too many. Oh. You again. Nope, don't come closer. Hopefully we won't get too many visitors. Yeah. Okay, I'm up and we are done with this project. And that means that it is time to do our last thing for the episode, which is going to be checking our gear out and retiring what we've maxed out. So it's time to fly back to the storage center, where we're keeping all our excess gear right now. We'll say one last goodbye to the bee cottage. And I debated fiercely whether I wanted to bring that log all the way down to the ground, that one we passed under, and I decided I did not. I decided I liked it hanging down. So we'll head on through. Maybe we'll cut through the ice cream shop today. And I did replace the slime block at the bottom of the ice cream shop at the chute, at our little drop chute, with a powdered snow block, and it is much quicker. I do like to bounce, but I don't like to bounce so much when I'm in a hurry to get to my storage. So here we have it. We did our infrastructure, our redstone, and our interiors. The last thing we need to do is retire our maxed out gear. So let's take a look at what we have here and what we can put away. So Patton's helmet is definitely maxed out, so we'll take that off. Now the Electra is technically maxed out, so I guess I'm just going to take that off, and we'll file it away. Okay, our censorship pants are maxed out, so we're going to take those off. The boots still have a ways to go. They need to be netherite. They need to be named. And I think a few more things can go on them. The Warden's pick is definitely in need of more efficiency. Vegas is maxed out. I'm not even sure how I ended up with this in my inventory. I think I found it in my travels. Let's see here. We can put this away. I have Leonardo's shell, Notch's beanie, a dunce cap, and now we have Patton's helmet to add to it. Put the Morningstar wings away. And we also have Phoenix wings here. We have Crow wings here. And we have Raven wings here. And then an unnamed Electra. Maybe I'll use that next time. Get that up here. If it's not named, it's not maxed out. Okay, we don't have a chest plate today. We do have pants to put away. We'll put away our censorship pants, and those go next to our fancy pants. Next to those are the farting pants. Next to those are the liar's leggings. And those are our 4 pairs of maxed out pants. We're not doing so hot on boots. We don't have any boots to add to it. And our poop kickers actually could use a few more things. We have 1 pair of boots that it needs. Let's name these. What should we name these? Well, I could only think of one thing. I thought of something comfy. It was kind of a Ghostbusters moment. Bunny slippers. It's a good way to start the collection. Okay, the fortune ones go down here. There we go. We got 2 maxed out fortune pickaxes, 3 maxed out silks, and a few waiting in the reserves for that final push up to efficiency 5. Oh, that rented softness isn't. We need to put that down there. Okay. Anything else? Does the axe need something? The axe needs efficiency. Yeah. Pie cutter still needs efficiency. We need to, in fact, that doesn't have efficiency 5 either. We need to have an efficiency 5 party with some of this gear. Although I tend to like efficiency 4 sometimes better because it just slows you down just enough. You don't whack things you don't need to whack. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this month's episode. I want to thank you for coming along, and remember to always eat as much Halloween candy as you can. See you next month.